7 train from Leicester, and I'm thinking of doing a 4-day walk, 3 nights out. The weather's supposed to be pretty good for the next few days, maybe a little bit of drizzle this afternoon, odd shower possibly, but just going to take it really easy, so I'm going to take my time. That's the main thing. Well, I've made it to this little shelter. It ain't going to be any good for sleeping in though. The tent would be much better. But I'm going to camp somewhere near here. So, where am I? Bamford Edge, backside of Bamford Edge, just below Stanage Edge. Yeah, I went up from Grindleford up towards Whiteedge, then along to Cross Foxes, about a pint in there. All the way along Stanage Edge, across that little valley, and then I'm dropping down towards the A57. So it's 4 o'clock now, so what I'll do is find somewhere to put the tent up. I think there should be a fairly good pitch within half a mile of here, but it's been raining. It's been raining for about the last hour and a half. Very, very windy on top of Stanage Edge, which was a bit bleak, but it's a lot calmer down here. I don't think it's going to rain tonight. I think it might stop soon. So just having a little rest, like a cup of tea, get the kettle on, but I'm going to wait till I got the tent up. So, right. See if we can find somewhere to camp. Well, I've got my tent set up. Now I know why everybody camps on Bamford Edge, because you can get a phone signal and 4G as well. So I was going to camp down in the woods, and it was really nice and warm down there, and there was no wind. But I thought, oh, I want to listen to the radio and phone a couple of people up. So there's the tent there, and I'm just about to go and get some water from the little stream over there. So I'll take you up the top of the hill here and show you the view from here. I didn't want to camp on this side of the hill because it is just way too windy, but I don't know whether you'll be able to catch the view or not, because it is getting dark now. But there you go. Pretty good. It's supposed to be a dry night. Better tomorrow. And the view behind me. Down onto the reservoir. That's the best view. Fantastic. Anyway, better get some water because it's getting dark fast. Morning. That was the most uncomfortable night's sleep for a long time. Mainly because of my knee, the tendons I think that go around my knee. I've had problems with that for years if I do a bit of tough walking, particularly if you've got a backpack on. But I've had me a cup of hot chocolate this morning, just about to have a bit of cereal. It's probably about 8 o'clock now, getting on a bit. So I was in the tent last night from like 6 o'clock at night. I'm still in the tent now, bloody getting at 8 o'clock, so it's a long time in a little space. And we'll take it easy today, see how I get on. Kind of always wish you was at home, I mean, it's only a sort of supposed to be a 4-day dawdle, might turn into a 3-day dawdle, we'll see. Anyway, get dressed, get packed up, eat that bit of breakfast and get on the way. Well, we're all packed up and today, yesterday I thought I might go over Bleaklow and cross the A57, sort of on the Pennine Way towards Kinder Scout. But I think that's just a bit too much for me, because I'll probably end up camping up top of Bleaklow or somewhere like that. I just don't fancy it after tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from here, which is Bamford Edge, to Fairholmes Car Park, and then Old Brook Castles and the Snake Inn, and camp somewhere near there, so I can have a couple of beers to null the pain. But anyway, we're all packed up, about ready to go. I don't know what time it is. Have a quick look, see what the time is. It's 10 to 9 now, so a bit different to summer camping. You can walk into the evening, you know, and then there's less time spent in the tent, and if it's warm enough you can sit outside, lay outside. You know, just want to be in your tent when it's cold like this. I'm glad I've got ordered a lighter sleeping bag, but I'm glad I've still got my old one, which is always really cosy, really warm. What's that? That's a North Face something blue, I can't remember, but it's very good. I've had it for years. Right, okay, let's get finished off. Get on the road. Feel so much better this morning. Yesterday afternoon, with the rain and high winds coming along Stanage Edge, you know, you kind of get into a little bit of a panic. You want to get where you're going. You start walking too fast. You know, I'm not that young anymore, and got to be a lot more careful. My back's aching a bit this morning. My left thigh was not brilliant. The pain in my knee's gone off now though, but it's so much nicer this morning. There's Stanage Edge up there behind me, and I'm looking forward to getting to Fairholmes, where I shall have a bit of a snack and a nice cup of coffee, I think. So catch you later. Barn not far from Fairholmes, by Year 6 children. Flowers are blossoming, birds are whistling, butterflies are glittering, cows are grazing while their calves are feeding, sheep are in pain whilst giving birth, badgers and foxes are out at night, trying to climb over the wall. Hello?
Oh.
The soil is bubbling up as the moles are burrowing. The barn is revealing its history. The slushy footpath sucks your feet into the mud, the golden hay meadows gleaming in the distance. Summer has begun. And a nice sunshine glistening on the lake. I was just reminded of years ago when I came through here with my brother. I think we were on a 2-night backpacking training trip for some long distance walk. And I remember the first night we camped right up on top of Derwent Edge. The second night I just can't remember where we camped. Anyway, let's get to Fairholmes, get something to eat. I'll do that bit again because I think I forgot to put the camera on. Anyway, I've just had jacket potato with cheese and beans on at the Fairholmes with a can of pop, 2 cups of coffee and date and walnut cake. And now I'm just left Fairholmes, struggling up the hill because of my big fat belly after all that. But heading up towards the Snake Inn, so hope it stays like this for the rest of the day now because it's just really nice. Lovely bit of beach woodland here. Just listening to those birds. Not familiar with that bird, so it must be some kind of bird that lives on the little seeds from the cones and stuff like that. Maybe chaffinch, I don't know. Little 360 here, just looking towards Bleaklow Head there. In fact, I'll start where I started out, which is pretty much as far as you can see on the horizon, and then the jaggedy bit sticking out, that's like Stanage Edge, so I came on there. The bit in the foreground with the dark clump of trees, that's where I camped. Down to Fairholmes up to here. Originally I was going to walk all the way around the horizon along there, but I just thought it was a bit too far, and then up to Bleaklow, and I'd end up probably having to camp up there, and it's quite windy unless you can find a sheltered spot. So in front of us is Oldport Castles and Oldport Dale, I think it might be called, and then looking towards Kinder Scout, the northern end near the Snake Path, and all the way along the northern edge of Kinder and towards Lowes Hill or Win Hill, whichever one, and down the Derwent Valley and back to the start. So pretty good view from here, and the weather's really cleared up. an old track this. Runs parallel to the A57 going over the Snake Pass. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the original A57. An old sunken lane. Yeah, just take it easy, sheep. Yeah, get back to chewing the grass while I plod on. I know it's a nice spring day and you might think you can relax, but you need to fatten up, ready for market. So come on now, get to it. There you go. Again, I don't think I switched it on. Anyway, I went to the Snake Inn and it's closed till the middle of March, so no guessing where I am. Pretty close to there. And camped here. This is the third time I've camped here, but not for a very long time. So got to filter some water, get set up. It's going to be dark in less than an hour, so get cracking. .6 in the morning, and as ever a bit of an uncomfortable night's sleep last night, and I got out of bed to go for a wee before I sort of went off. I think it was about 11:30, and I don't know whether it was a shock from being nice and warm in the sleeping bag to coming out to being cold. It's certainly not anywhere near freezing, but then it started shaking all over uncontrollably. So I quickly put my down coat on and jumped back in the sleeping bag and got my head right in it and warmed up, and within a minute I was all right. But it's certainly a nice morning this morning. I haven't decided where to go to from here next, well, which way to go towards Edale. Quite fancy visiting the pub there now, as the pub here at the Snake Inn is closed until March. Anyway, it's a pretty nice morning. And the moon's up there. Right, might have a bit of a lie down in the tent for a bit longer before I get up. Have a couple of hot chocolate to get me going. I'd like to do a big shout out to Andrew from the Head for the Hills channel, a guy that lived in Glasgow and has made a lot of hiking videos, particularly on long trails, who died recently. And I enjoyed watching his films more than anybody else's. Not that they were particularly good in their editing, but just what came over from the guy himself, his character. Well, he's sadly missed by a lot of people, I'm sure. So that's a big heavenly shout out to Andrew from the Head for the Hills channel. Cheers, mate. Anyway, not quite a chock-a-mock teaser, but a Cadbury's Galaxy in your honour. don't think I can quite give the performance that he used to give when he made the Choco Mocatisa or some of the other drinks he drank. But oh yes. Cheers, Andrew. Took my coat off. Now I'm going to take the blooming jumper off. It's that hot. I don't know what time it is, like 9:30 in the morning. It's absolutely scorching. I'll have to put some sun block on. Down to my vest, which is a clean one on this morning. But this one gets a bit stinky quickly, so well, the pack seems a bit lighter now. I've had a few meals out of it. That's about all that's gone missing now, apart from a few meals and a bit of gas. Got the gas one. Right then. On with that. Change of plan. Going over to Edale. We'll come up this track. That's the Snake Inn over there. And you can see the track going up. And it sort of goes onto a bit of a plateau, then steeply up onto the edge of Kinder. Then I'll follow the northern edge along a bit, cut straight across on the narrowest part, and drop down to Edale, and then have a pint. So that's the plan now. Catch you later. Now, I've never been up this track before. I would not fancy bouncing along here aboard a little 4x4 quad or something. I mean, look at the drop down there. Your sheepdog would bounce off the back, wouldn't it, and fall down. Blimey. I should imagine this is to access those shooting points. That looks like a shooting point just there. Forgotten what you call them now. Oh, there's another one just a bit further up there as well. Anyway, that's where I'm going, on top up there. Blimey. Do you think they tow the punters up here for the shooting on the back as well? Oh my God, I'd like to see that. You'd be hanging on for dear life, wouldn't you? There's a nice little bridge there. That's good. Obviously not for me, for the shooting fraternity. But anyway, I'll make good use of it. So we came off that ridge in the far distance. I'll just follow the track below the ridge, drop down Fairholmes, up onto that ridge in the foreground, then down Old Put Castles, round these fields close to us, and then follow the track underneath that ridge across there, then round the back of those woods, and then drop down to the Snake Inn, camp near there. Now we've come up this little gully here, and the last bit is the steepest. At least it's not very far. Hope I don't blow a muscle or something. Oh my God, here we go. This way, follow them all straight up, and at the top is a fence. There's a handy little stile just here. It's a bit windy, I know. But now we're approaching Blackden Clough. I think I walked along here a long time ago, probably 30 years ago, with my dad. We parked down there, and it was really, really cold, well below 0. And we got up on the top here, it was hailing, a little bit of snow. It was just bitterly cold and a biting wind. I just remember my dad being really cold and his hands being really cold. So visited our somewhere that I came a long time ago. It just brings back lots of good memories. Anyway, when we get to top of Blackden Clough, I'll think about cutting across the top then. the Snake Inn was closed. Anyway, this is what it looks like on top of Kinder. I'm sure you all know anyway. But it's easy when the weather's like this. There's no panic's going to set in because you pretty much know where you're going. It's when you can't see anything and it's thick mist, and you've got to really rely on your map reading and compass skills. Anyway, really enjoying this tramp across here, and my rucksack's even lighter now. I've had a few dates and salted peanuts back there. Let's follow this stream down and on the way down to Edale. There's somebody on Ringing Roger down there, that slope in the mid-ground, and in the right at the back that's Mam Tor with the road going up through the little pass. What an amazing view. This is February in Edale. Must be about 15 degrees. It's amazing. Amazing. It's scorching, a bit biting on top, really icy wind. Down here, bloody hell. I've put my mankini on in a minute. Well, I made it to the Nag's Head, and I've had 2 pints of black sheep, that's it, it's not very strong, and a dinner. What did I have? Bloody lamb shank, minty mash and veg. Yep, pretty good. Oh, the lamb wasn't very good, all in the Nag's Head. And now this weather is absolutely glorious. I'm going to take a dawdle along the southern flank of Kinder Scout towards Hope Way, and probably camp along there somewhere. So yeah, with this weather, anyway, it's just really relaxing, really nice. So that's great. Right, let's get going. Can't sit here all day soaking up the beer, can I? My transport back to Leicester tomorrow. Hey, wait for me! Yeah, just waiting for the water to boil while I'm overlooking Edale. I'm going to have some couscous and tin of fish and tomato sauce. Oh, it's a long time in the tent in the winter. Yeah, because it's what time is it now? Bloody nearly 6 o'clock. Dark. Can't see as I'll be getting up too early tomorrow, so it's like 12 hours in the tent. Oh my god. Hope I get a good night's sleep tonight. Anyway, train tomorrow, back home. I think definitely backpacking's better in the lighter, warmer months, but you know, anyway, I mean, can't beat this weather, can you? It's been great. Up early this morning, keen to catch the train to get back home. I really enjoyed the walk, but it's a long time in the tent in these short daylight hours, 12 hours almost. 12 hours in the tent. And anyhow, it's like being in prison. Not that I've been in prison, but anyway, I'm glad there's been no wind here. Really nice, but like Paul Messner said, that little 18-gram gas burner that screws on top of your canister, I mean, you wouldn't think there were any wind, but if you try and light it outside the tent there, it struggles. You've got to have it in the shelter just there and it works alright. But I will keep using it, because as long as you've got it out the wind a bit just there, it is fine. I think I've been renowned in the past for bloody carrying too much weight. And I've done bloody trips across Scotland with carrying 18 plus kilos. But I just can't handle that anymore, so trying to renew my kit, get more lightweight, but I'm not going to change my tent. I've probably had it for nearly 10 years. I think it's the second generation Force Pen Helium 100 Vango. It just pitches so well. It's such a strong, sturdy tent for the money. You can get it for 160 quid. I mean, I couldn't stand to pay much more than that. But I'd like to make it on a few things. Got this little titanium 750ml mug with a handle like that, which I found really good for lifting off the stove. 25 quid. That's brilliant. I love it. And with the gas canister fitting inside. And I've never cooked using these food pouches before either. They're really nice, they taste really good, and always before, like put an Ainsley Harriott couscous into a pan, when I thought, well, why don't I just tip water into an Ainsley Harriott couscous bag? Bloody work just a second, treat, no problem at all. And then I had a tin of fish, tipped that into it as well, mixed it up last night. But my boots, top of the range leather Scarpa boots, I'm depressed about them. This is the third pair I've had in about nearly 40 years. The others lasted me that long. Now the fourth pair, and inside there, in the heel, the bloody lining wore away. So they got sent back, and there's just stuck a leather patch in, which I thought, oh yeah, that's great. And they're all right for day walks or 2-day walks,
but stretching it out now, the leather bit they've stuck in there gets damp, causes a lot of friction. I've got bloody blisters on the back of my heels, never had a blister in my life. So I don't know what to do with them, whether to take them back to the shop, even though I've had them over 18 months, and say, there you go, I want my money back. That's what I did in the first place, but they didn't want to give me my money back. They just said, no, we'll repair them. And get something else. But after you've only used one type of boot all your life, it's very difficult to change to something else. And I like these because they've got no Gore-Tex lining. Anyway, back to me mug of tea. Well, it's not tea, it's fennel today. Fennel herb tea. Leave the bag in and get it nice and strong. Anyway, the seekers are coming up soon. Great view here down the valley, down the mountain there. Really nice.
There's a woodpecker drilling in the wood. If you can hear it over the sound of the cement factory. I found a friend. Hello, Mr. Rock. Did you see his face? Bloody mist come down now. It's gone really cold. I don't know what it must be, getting close to freezing at the moment. It was when I got up this morning, 6:30, so yeah, it felt like about 5 degrees. It was okay. Even when I, outside without my trousers on, didn't hardly notice it, but it's gone really cold now. I had to put my gloves on. So I'm sure it'll lift off, just the mist rising from the damp. Anyway, say hello to Mr. Smiley. I don't know what sort of birds they are. Maybe the chaffinches, a whole flock of them. They're way too big to be chaffinches. Maybe they're those migrants from Europe, redstarts or something. Anyway, they're making a right chirpy noise. Look at this beautiful gate. I love things like that. Old metalwork forged in a village forge. Amazing, aren't they? Beautiful little brook. Nearly got back to the railway station, so I'll be catching the train soon back to Leicester. It's been a good 3.5 days walking. I want to say a thanks to a few people on YouTube. They're great videos. That's Paul Messner, Andrew Beavers, Patrick Dickinson, Gareth and Zoe, and these are just and Dean Reed, I think it is, just mainly the Peak District area guys that I like to watch because it's the closest to my home. There's a lot of others, but they're local guys. Anyway, cheers.